Alright, the first section we're going to go over is how to factor each quadratic. So to factor, this is what a factor will look like. I'll have two sets of parentheses, and I'm going to fill in based off of my front term and my last term. So if I want to look at my front term, n squared means n times n. 25 can either mean 1 times 25 or 5 times 5. Those are the factors that we can use. So when I put it into my parentheses, the two n's go into the front, and then I have to choose which one of these factors will add up to negative 10. So 1 and 25 would give me 26, 5 and 5 would give me 10. So I'm going to use 5 and 5 in the ends of my factors, and then in order to get them to add up to negative 10, they both need to be negatives. Those are the factors. If you wanted to write it and simplify it more, you could say n minus 5, and because there's two of them that are the same, you can say they are squared. Both of these are correct. This one's just simplified. Alright, on the next one, I am missing the last term. So when I have p times p and 6 times p, I can take out the common factor. The p will come to the front, 1 will be left over, plus the 6 will be left over. And those are my two factors. K times k. Multiples of 10 are 1 times 10 or 2 times 5. I'm going to make my factors. I know the k goes in front, and now I get to choose. Will 1 and 10 give me a 3? 1 and 10 will add up to 11 or 9, so that doesn't work. 2 and 5. How can I get a negative 3? If it's a negative, that means the bigger number needs to be a minus. So negative 5 plus 2 adds up to negative 3, and they multiply to equal negative 10. K squared is k times k. 32. We have, let's see, 8 and 4. Okay, let's try that. So we have k and k in the front. Break up the 8 and the 4, which means that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they both need to be negative so that they add up to a negative 12. And when I multiply negative 8 times negative 4, I get positive 32. Break up the n into 2. Multiples of 40, 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8, and I know the n's go in the front. Now I get to choose. 1 and 40 won't give me 13, 2 and 20 won't give me 13, 4 and 10 only give me 14, so I'm left with 5 and 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and they need to be negative, so I make them both negative. X squared is x times x. Only multiples of 7 are 1 and 7, which makes it really nice to factor with a prime number. 1 and 7. It's a positive 6, which means the biggest number needs to be positive. 7 minus 1 equals 6. When I multiply 7 times negative 1, I get a negative 7. And that is how you factor a quadratic.